As a woman, you would much rather clock into a 9 to 5, fuck that, 8 to 6 that drains you mentally and physically than to make your man a sandwich.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amaomi aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing a certain content creator and boxer who came online to say that he has been trying to get his wife to be a stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home wife. Now in this video he said that his wife, who is an accountant and also a college professor, that he has been trying to get her to quit her job because he is making enough money for the two of them, and he wants her to be a stay-at-home wife and stay-at-home mom so that he can take care of him and their children. Now, his video got a lot of people triggered. He made a second video addressing all the backlash that he was getting from his first video. So in this video, we are checking out his initial video. We are checking out people's response to his video, and then we'll also check out his response to people talking about his video, and I'll also share my thoughts on the whole situation. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, let's get into this video.
Coming from a man who's trying to convince their wife to be a stay-at-home mom, I want her to quit working. We finally got to that point financially to where the money that she makes really does no good for her. I would much rather have her home to where she can help me make more money, making my meals, cleaning the house, handling all the grocery shopping. The kids are both of our jobs. I'm still bathing, cooking, doing school drop-offs and pickups, doctor's appointments, all those things for my kids. But I need my wife home
so that she can do everything.
Make my life easier so I can make us more money. Now I fight and I do content. In the past, we've had to do the dual income thing because life be life, and life is hard without two incomes in the household. But I don't like to drop how much I make, but I make enough to where she really doesn't have to work. Her working is honestly hindering me making more. And it's really not a stability issue. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and I fight. I make money on all those different areas. And I understand why she doesn't want to, because she was raised to always bring something to the table. That's how her parents raised her. She's a college accounting professor and an accountant herself. Her mother owns multiple businesses, and she's been working since she was like 16 years old. So I get not wanting to have to depend on a man, but you're not depending on me. We're in this together. You're just making, look, I'm paying you. As a woman, you would much rather clock into a 9 to 5, fuck that, 8 to 6 that drains you mentally and physically than to make your man a sandwich. I made a video yesterday. It's doing numbers. I made a video talking about how I want my wife to become a stay-at-home mom. I'm trying to convince her to do it. I'm actually picking her up from work right now. I can't show you her job, but I'm here picking her up from work right now. I talked about how she's well accomplished, multiple degrees, been working almost 10 years at her job. I also talked about how I make enough money now to where her money is honestly detrimental to us making more money through me. Not being at home to help me cook and clean for me and the kid. A lot of the cleaning falls on me. Every man's goal, at least my goal as a man, has always been to retire my mother and my wife. I don't want the two women that take care of me the most, that have loved me the most, to have to work a day in their life anymore. And y'all hated me for that. And I think I know what it is. I think it's because I said what I want her to do for me. But y'all are forgetting I'm taking that mental load of having to worry about finances off her plate completely. We have a joint account. She has access and can use money how she pleases. We've even dabbled in the discussion, baby, just go part-time. Just go part-time. You don't have to completely quit. But I need reinforcements at home. I don't want to hire a maid. I don't want to hire a chef. I want a home-cooked meal for my wife. I love her cooking. From her mouth, exactly. Cleaning, it's mentally soothing for me. It's therapeutic for me. I didn't say this. She has. God forbid a woman actually wants to do something for her man and not feel like a slave. My wife had hobbies before she started working or having to work because we weren't making enough at the time. This is her opportunity to explore those hobbies so that she's seen it's more than just a mother and a wife or a professor. But ultimately, I need y'all to hear me clearly. It is her choice. Her choice. I'm going to keep sticking jabs like, hey, you're a little tired from work, you don't have to work.
That's manipulation.
Trying to convince their wife to be a stay-at-home mom. I want her to quit working. We finally got...
Yes, you want your wife to be a stay-at-home mom, but you want to do it for your own selfish reasons. You came on the internet and said that your wife is a college professor and she's an accountant, but you want her to be a stay-at-home wife/mom for the simple fact of you think it will boost your career. You think her putting her goals and or her achievements on the side for you to make some sandwiches for you is going to make your life better. You also said that the money that she brings in is a little irrelevant due to the fact of how well you're doing with social media and boxing. Congratulations on all that. But to honestly minimize her like that and say the money you make is irrelevant is why women like to say a man is always going to come on the internet and embarrass you. The biggest takeaway from this all is we all have to take a step back and realize who we are dating and or who we are married to. If your wife has 2 jobs and it seems like you guys are doing well for yourself, she must be a driven woman who likes to be fulfilled, which she probably gets a lot of fulfillment with educating those kids and helping people with those finances. That probably gives her a sense of purpose in life because that's what she wants to do. I understand you said your wife gets peace from cooking and cleaning and doing those things. Trust me, I love the vacuum and hear crumbs get vacuumed up. It's a great feeling. But at the end of the day, some people do not want their life minimized to just helping their significant other. Your wife doing her jobs gives her autonomy in the life that she lives, but it seems like you're trying to take that away
for your selfish reasons,
so she can go cook and clean for you.
Oh my goodness.
That's why women don't like us.
I made a video about the Barry situation, the boxing dude who wanted his wife to be a stay-at-home mom, and I guess she don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, so he's trying to convince her to be a stay-at-home mom because he got the bread yet now. Spooky, 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 spooky. Far be it for me to tell somebody to pay all their wife's bills, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm the Mr. 50-50 out here. But the reaction is crazy, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's many women on this app, get on this app and be like, a man need to pay all my bills or he ain't a man, and I ain't doing all this and that for a man. Who the hell, now y'all talking about her autonomy and all that?
Because that's what she wants.
I don't get it. I'm confused because I thought that was the creme de la creme. Because I remember when I said you gotta get a woman with a high earning potential so it makes sense for her to keep earning. Y'all try to jump me. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always be like, well, daycare costs more than I make, so I gotta stay home because it make more sense. I was saying everybody not broke. There's a lot of women and who married to somebody and they make good money together and it make more sense for the baby to go to daycare and her to keep earning. That's what I had said. Y'all want to keep talking about these Amazon salaries, which I get. Like, if you make $30,000 a year, you better stay home with them babies. Daycare going to take your whole check. At the same time, y'all call me a big fat meaty head. There is something to be said that you got enough money to pay a housekeeper and somebody do your laundry and cook for you and all that, but you just want your wife to do it, because fuck that. I don't want to comment too much. You might beat me up. And I don't want to get beat up. But I just think that's weird. I just think that when y'all hear a man say anything, y'all gonna be mad. Grr.
There's like a dude on here who's currently going viral for saying that he wants his wife to be a stay-at-home mom and he's trying to convince her to do it. And his original video, he's like, I want her to be at home so she can do the cooking and cleaning for me while I make the money, because now I make enough money that she doesn't have to work. So I want her to stop working and be a stay-at-home mom so she can do this for me, so she can support me, so I can make more money. And of course, the comments are cooking him, right? And he's like, he made a follow-up video saying, like, I don't understand, like, you guys are mad at me because I want to take care of my wife. But it's more about the fact that it's autonomy. That's the problem, right? We are aware that, like, being a stay-at-home mom, this is how financial abuse can occur. You don't have as much autonomy because you're not doing anything, and eventually it's gonna feel like you're not doing anything, like you're not worth anything. You're just this backbone to this other person. And like, people in the comments are trying to tell him it's not really about the money. At some point, this becomes about her autonomy, the fact that she worked for these degrees, she worked to get this job, she's worked to get to where she is now, and you want her to, like, stop and drop all that so she can help you. And, like, while I understand his point may be coming from a good place, I don't know this, man. I don't know what he's fucking thinking. But it's like, this is about her autonomy. If she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, then cool, but you ain't gotta keep nudging her, because if she don't want to do it, she don't want to do it. Like you just said, you make a lot of money, so you could hire a maid. But he was like, I don't want to hire a maid. I want my wife to do the cooking. All right, brother.
And who's trying to convince their wife to be a stay-at-home mom. I want her to quit working. We finally got to that point financially to where the money that she makes really does no good for her.
Imagine being a college professor and an accountant and having your husband come online and saying that he wants you to be a stay-at-home mom because you are hindering him from being more successful in his career because he needs you at home taking care of home duties. Like, and to make matters worse, he said that the money you bring in is irrelevant because he makes enough money on all of his streaming platforms that, like, you don't necessarily have to work. But could you imagine the schooling and effort that went in to be a college professor and an accountant, I know that's not easy work. I know I work in finance. I know for a fact that is not easy work. And for your husband to come online, and he even made comments like, I need her at home making me a sandwich. Baby, no.
That man had the audacity to come on this here app and say, as a man, I have gained a certain level of income, and all I want now is for my wife to be a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom, so she can help me make even more money. How dare he? How dare he have requirements? How dare he do everything that we as women say we want men to do and then think he gonna get something in return? The audacity must come in a bundle pack. Y'all see how silly that sounds? We expect these men to be providers, protectors, look a certain kind of way, come with a certain kind of body, if you know what I mean. We expect these men to spoil us, be emotionally available, make us feel special, be our safe place, be a wonderful father. Y'all expect so much from these men. And these men say, all I want is for you to cook for me and keep the house clean and do nasty stuff to me from time to time. No! You want a maid? Hire one. You want to cook? Hire one. You want a prostitute? Hire one. All I want is to be in a position to where my wife's income is so insignificant that she's actually costing us money by working. You want to control her. Guys, I just want y'all to think about something. We set the expectation, they meet the expectation, and then y'all still have a complaint on why they shouldn't get what they need and want in return. And if y'all are so worried about the financial abuse, about this man taking and cheating and taking everything with him, put your name on the deed. Make sure your name is on that bank account. Make sure your name is on the business. And watch this. If he refuses, don't quit your job. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be marrying a man and having babies with a man like that, right? Ladies, all I'm saying is, if you want a good man and this man is doing everything that he is supposed to do, give him what he needs in return. Y'all be talking about men cheat. Some, not all, cheat because they ain't getting what they need at home. And I said it. I said the quiet part out loud, okay?
Now he wants her to be a stay-at-home wife when she's an accountant and a professor. Y'all know that guy, I think his name is Dominic Derry, where he posts videos about him being a fighter and also his daughter being a fighter. I don't watch his content because it feels very exploitative to me, because the most popular videos that I found was of his daughter fighting, not of him actually fighting. So he recently made this video and it's going around where he's saying that he wants his wife to be a stay-at-home mom so that he can make more content and so that he can fight and be the breadwinner of the family. She, on the other hand, is an accountant and a professor, and I'm assuming that those are probably W-2 jobs. So she likely has the 401k and the health insurance going on. He just made this video that caused the uproar, and while his videos may be going up and he's getting paid off of that video, it can definitely hurt his views a little later on because people may not want to watch him anymore because of the sexist ideas that he's having out there. Him trying to convince her to be a stay-at-home wife is now kind of sounding exploitative of his wife. He said that he would be able to make more money if she would just stay home and clean up after him. And right now he does most of the cleaning. And has he ever thought that maybe he does most of the cleaning because he makes most of the mess? I definitely understand that they have kids and they both have a responsibility to cook and clean, but sir, if you're at home, why would you not be doing the cleaning? So something you don't want to do, you want her to stay home so that she can do it when she has a real professional career. No, actually she has 2 real professional careers. We just saw this happen with the Diamond Nicole situation, and while it doesn't seem like the Berries have a big age difference, if he becomes the sole financial earner, it could turn into a situation where there is a financial power dynamic going on. And I know right now everything's all hunky-dory and all going good, but in a few months or a few years, all of that can change. And I can definitely see why this girl wants to continue to have her job. From the looks of it, she was very pregnant, so they're probably about to have a baby soon if they haven't already. So they'll probably get to practice her being a stay-at-home mom. But if she wants to go back to work, honey, she gonna have to go back to work, because like I said, I've seen it happen in court so much. The men that are making the most money are usually the ones that are more reluctant to pay their wife's spousal support and child support in a divorce. Not saying that they're gonna get a divorce, but she do gotta be careful.
Coming from a man who's trying to convince their wife to be a stay-at-home mom, I want her to quit working. We finally got to that point financially to where the money that she makes really does no good for it.
This video is rubbing people the wrong way. It's ruffling a few feathers. And you might say, like, you know, all this man is talking about is being the provider man. You know, why are so many people getting upset by this, especially women? Isn't that what they want? But the reason why people have something to say about this is because what he's saying comes off as a bit inconsiderate. Doesn't seem like he's willing to compromise. So it's coming off as selfish. He wants his wife to do what he wants her to do so that he can do what he wants to do. But when you watch the rest of this video, he explains how his wife is used to working. You know, she has her college degree, she has a good profession, and she works. And like he said in the beginning of his video, he's trying to convince her to be a stay-at-home mom. So it's seeming like that's not what she really wants to do. And then his reasons for wanting her to stay at home, it doesn't seem like it's because it's the best thing for the family. It just seems like it's the best thing for him. That's not being considerate to the person that you're with. And it doesn't really seem like he's trying to compromise either. And you got to be able to compromise. You got to be able to come to a middle ground where the two of you are happy. I think every man out there would like to be in a position where their woman being a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife is an option for them. But if your woman don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, you shouldn't be trying to force that on them. You shouldn't be trying to convince them that's the best thing when the only reason why you want them to do that is so that they can just do for you. If he was trying to be the provider man that he is or he wants to be and his wife was completely okay with it, you wouldn't be getting the reactions from this video that you're getting.
So people are mad at Barry because he said that he wants to retire his wife. In his video, he basically said he wants to retire. I'm trying to get her to, I want her to quit her job because he makes enough money for both of them or whatever. But she don't want to quit her job. Cool. I don't believe you should have to force any woman to do anything. If she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, the moment you said quit your job, if she really wanted to do that, she would have did it, point blank period. So I don't agree with any pressuring. But bro, why y'all so mad? Y'all really mad at that man because he want to take care of his wife? Y'all do not know these people. Y'all are allowing your past experience with the bum you got with to him. Speaking strictly off of social media, because you know social media is fake 9 times out of 10, you can tell that he's a great husband and loving father. Speaking strictly on the content that he puts out, there hasn't been any evidence saying otherwise. You were a stay-at-home mom and you weren't even married. Matter of fact, you were a stay-at-home mom and you was only even with the dude for a year. You can't compare your situation to theirs. Talking about he just want control over her. He's her husband. He's already the head of the household. What the hell are y'all talking about? What more control would he need? He said in that video, her working actually prevents them from making more money. If she could help him with the household stuff, like making his meals, keeping the house clean, this, that, a little bit more, because right now, of course, they split it, he would actually have more time to make them even more money. He's thinking about his family. But I understand why his wife don't want to quit. She's a college professor. That is an accomplishment. But at the same time, I don't see nothing wrong with him saying that he wants to retire his wife, bro. Y'all are just weird. Jealousy and envy is real. You speaking on a situation and you ain't even married. Neither one of your baby daddies gave you a ring.
I need my wife home to help make my life easier so I can make us more money. Now I fight.
What it sounds like is you needing a reality check, okay? Because you are literally talking about compromising the financial stability of your home, your household, just to feed your ego. And the irony is not lost on me that you are married to a whole woman whose career deals in handling and managing finances. But I think it would behoove you to just, make sure that your wife of yours is getting to work on time and things. I think you should let this go. And see, and this is why don't nobody take you heterosexual men seriously in these modern times when y'all be complaining about being men in modern day. Because y'all clearly lack common sense. Honey, there is no attack on your masculinity. You fools are just too stubborn to evolve. You're dumb. Talk about she needs to quit so it can help you make more money. Sir, she's an accountant. She knows all the tax laws in your state. She teaches accounting. If there is anybody that can help you make more money and make your life easier in that aspect, it would be your wife who's an accountant. Get out your ego. You sound stupid as hell. And you want her to give all that up to make you a sandwich so you can feel like a man. Good night. Good night, sir. Take a nap.
Number one problem with the Dominic Berry and the stay-at-home mom situation is that he is making it all about him and not about her, not what she needs. It's all about what he needs. That is a man that don't care about money. He don't care about her success. He just wants control. I'm sorry. Maybe he's not trying to come off like that, but that's how his approach sounds. When they was coming up together, he loved this woman for her drive and aspirations and all of her success, I'm sure. But now it's like, let me take this career-driven woman and make her be a stay-at-home mom, make her do what I need her to do. These kind of men could simply get a woman who does not want to get degrees, who does not want to work. Me personally, I don't care how much money my man makes. I want to make my own money. I don't want to cook and clean every day. It's repetitive. I need something else more fulfilling to do with my time. Nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom. That is what fulfills you. But that is not what fulfills every woman. And I feel like people just can't grasp that.
That's true.
And staying at home is more than just making a sandwich. I don't know. I mean, I don't like the approach. I feel like as a man, if you want your wife to stay home, it should be to benefit both of you. Maybe you can make more money, but it can also make her life easier. But if it's not making her life easier, if it's not something that is going to be good for her that she wants,
don't force it.
Then no. But I don't know. What do I know?
That dude that expect his wife that got multiple degrees and worked at her job for 10 years as an accountant to quit her job to cook and clean for him because he's a low-level boxer and a content creator has lost his mind. First off, he is jealous of her and he is trying to make her lose everything she got or the motion she got going on so she could be stuck in a place. Then he's talking about something he don't want to have to hire help. Could you afford the help? Or would she have to hire it? And then he's talking about something he been trying to convince her. If she want to work, let her work. Why did you marry somebody who wanted you to take care of them? There's plenty of women out here who don't want to work. Let your girl go to work. And then she accountant. You act like she flipping burger patties or lifting heavy people as a CNA. She's literally behind a computer doing math and plugging in numbers. So if she's good at it, it's not hard for her.
Coming from a man who's trying to convince their wife to be a stay-at-home mom, I want her to quit working. We finally got to that point financially to where the money that she makes really does no good.
I feel like you guys are choosing to not want to understand what he's saying. You guys do so many things outside of marriage that you actually don't know what goes on inside of one. He said he made to a point financially where her money doesn't really do anything good for the family. Let's just say he's making $5 million a year and she's making $100K a year. Her $100K doesn't do anything to help support his income already being at $5 million. Now he's saying if his wife took up more of the responsibilities of cooking and dealing with the children, he could go double his money to maybe like $10 million a year. So what is the $100K to her $10 million? When you get into a marriage, it's not about you anymore. You do what's best for the family. Even if that means you have to leave your six-figure job for the other person to go double or triple the money for the family, you will do that. 90% of y'all will leave your six-figure jobs right now if your husband had the opportunity to go make $5 million a year. In 3 years of that, y'all could retire with $15 million, $10 million, $20 million. Y'all could retire with generational money. Because y'all kept saying he does fighting and content creating. 2 jobs that's not very stable. But the thing is, if he goes on a strong 3-year run, $10, $15 million a year, that will be more money than what she can touch making $100K. And if you disagree to what he's trying to say, then you are the person that should not be getting married if you're not going to make sacrifices like that. Because what are you still working for if your husband's making $10 million, but you want to be like, oh, I need to keep working. I want to make my $100K. It took me 10 years to get my degrees. Now you're just being selfish and doing shit for yourself. And within a marriage, if he goes out and cheats with all that money, guess what? You're getting half of that shit.
Okay, so we've seen what the content creator had to say. We've seen his reasoning for wanting his wife to be a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife. I would love to hear what you think about it. Do you think that his reasons are valid, or do you think that they are selfish? So please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, personally, I've said it in several of my videos. I personally, this is me talking, not about any other person. I personally cannot be a full-time stay-at-home mom or wife. And this is based on my experience growing up and seeing what happened with my own mother. So I've said it that I can never give full control of my finances or my ability to earn to my partner. So I personally, based on what I've seen and the consequences that can happen by giving someone full control of your finances and depending on another person for a lot of things, I cannot be a full-time stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home mom. I must earn my own money, even if I'm working from home or I'm going out somewhere, I'm going to an office or something or a business. I must have control of how I earn my own money, how I earn some income, because whether it's equivalent to my partner's income or relevant, like how he said, or not doing anything like how he said, I still want to have that control. I still want to have my own finances. I still want to have my own money, just in case. A lot of people are calling out his reasoning for wanting his wife, who is very accomplished, to be a stay-at-home wife, to be a stay-at-home mom, and him not seeing the reason why she is not deciding to be a stay-at-home mom, or people attacking him for his want, is because he's not understanding that she doesn't want to be a stay-at-home wife. She doesn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. She probably has fulfillment going out, doing things, teaching the kids that she is teaching, and also doing books for others. It should be in her place to decide if she wants to like take up his offer and be a stay-at-home mom and be a stay-at-home wife. Now, he has said that she is not agreeing with his demand, but he's still going to try and be poking and trying to like get her to eventually accept what he's offering. And I don't think that's right. If she has said she doesn't want to be a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom, he should respect her decision, because like he said, when he was not earning enough, they were both, she was working, and she has gotten to this point where maybe she has dreams, maybe she has aspiration of where she wants to get to, maybe there's a position that she wants to get to, and you're not telling her to stop midway or something. Is selfish on his part. And there were so many things he was talking about. I want her to cook, I don't want her to get a maid, I don't want to get a cleaner, I want her to do this, wanting her to do everything for him. He's complaining that he does the cleaning and the rest. You're the one that is a content creator, you're the one that is at home. Why are you expecting her to do everything when she goes out? He is saying that if she's at home, he'll be able to focus on the other things that are bringing in money, aka his content creation and the rest. Now, personally, I think that she's smart for saying that she's not ready to be a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife. Maybe in future, maybe if they've saved enough, or she has saved enough, or she has reached the attainment that she wanted to reach, or achievement that she wanted to get, maybe she might change her mind. But for now, she's standing on her ground and she doesn't want to leave. Now, he was talking about the fact that he's making enough money, he's doing that, he's a boxer, he's a content creator, he's making money on different social media platforms. And I'm like, what if when you're boxing, God forbid, but you know that boxing is a risky sport, anything can happen. What if you get hit one day and unfortunately you lose your ability to communicate, or you lose the functioning of your brain, or you become, God forbid, paralyzed or something, and the income you're getting from the boxing drops, the income that you're getting from the content creation drops? What would happen to her if she was fully dependent on your income? As he thought about that, as he realized that not everything is going to be okay for him, because boxing is a risky sport. Now, if he said he was doing like an accounting job, or maybe he was lecturing, or he was writing books, or a profession that is not that risky, is not as risky as boxing, I would have said, okay, fine. That plus content creation, it seems to have be able to work the algorithm and is getting money from different platforms. That's fine. But you are a boxer. Of all things to depend on, sports, a sport where it's physical, where you are throwing hands and anything can happen, is what you are so confident about. I don't think that is a very smart decision. Now he's also talking about content creation and the rest. If you don't own the platform where you are providing content, where you are creating content, anything can happen. Tomorrow YouTube can remove your channel and tell you that you cannot open another channel. TikTok now is about to be banned again in the US. That is another income that will be removed. The other platform, they might decide that they are no more existing again. How are you going to cope? So I think for her, sticking with that job that are more secure is a smart decision for him and their family, because anything can happen to his other two jobs. Now he said he's making enough money and everything. He should be saving it. I know he was saying that one of his dreams is to retire his wife and his mother. But if your wife is not ready to retire, I don't think you should force her. And based on the fact that his other two sources of income are not really like fixed or secure, anything can happen to those two, I think it is a smart decision of his wife to stick to a job for now. Anyway, that is my thought about this whole topic. I would love to hear what you think about it. Do you think that him saying that he wants to retire his wife and telling her to leave her job and be a stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home wife is a good thing? Or do you think that he's being selfish and not understanding why she wants to continue working? I would love to hear what you think about this whole situation. So please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.